Three, two, one, ghost. Shut up, Linda. And welcome to 321 Ghost. As always, I'm your host with the silent G, Kyle, and also, as always, my cabin mate for these proceedings, Natalie. Hey, Natalie, how are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're in the first week of a month, and we finished our Freddy series.
Hmm.
So,
Took a long time.
took a long time. There's a lot of movies. And so, but hey, we don't take breaks. We're right back into it. And after some deliberation, there were some movies that, we talked about starting, with a franchise series. And don't get me wrong, we're gonna get to most all of them
Hmm.
eventually. Like the only like inevitability I'm like seeing in the distance that I'm like not super stoked on is
I know which one you're gonna say. I knew it.
Saw, yeah.
Yeah. There's
Um,
so many.
because there's so many, and right now I'll tell you the second one's good and the tenth one's good. The rest of them are all fucking horseshit. Um,
I haven't seen all of them, but I will confirm that I absolutely love the 10th one.
yeah. So, and that's going to take us a minute to get to those. And
Hmm.
then, yeah, I mean, without spoiling anything else we've been talking about, because we know we'll get there eventually. We were like, hey, let's, the best, safest intersection of quality and quantity with the remaining franchises of like five, six plus entries
Hmm.
remaining really is The Evil Dead. So here we
Hmm.
are talking about the classic 1981 film by Sam Raimi. Um, this movie is, yeah, just fucking rad. I'll be talking about it plenty. But Natalie, you were telling me before we started recording, you hadn't seen this one in a minute.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a long time. I actually didn't realize how long it had been until I started watching it because I've seen the Evil Dead 2 so many times that they just kind of like bled together for me. And when I started watching this one, I was like, oh shit, it's been a really long time. I want to say it's been at least 10 years since I've seen this movie. At least, maybe longer.
Dang.
How about you?
It was, gosh, I mean, I don't know. I must have seen it at least in passing at some point in between, but I remember showing it to my wife and then being like, "Oh yeah. Yeah, that scene with Cheryl is real rough." Hmm. Okay. Whoops. And I'm like, "Hey, I promise. The rest of it's fun though. The rest of it is just good old-fashioned spooky
Yeah.
woods fun."
Yeah.
And I think that is true.
I think that's true too.
Yeah. But yeah, something about this movie, I felt, I mean, I always loved horror movies as a young pup and into my teenage years. I felt like this movie for some reason kind of transcended horror in a sense where like I felt like a lot of my friends had also seen this movie and loved this movie,
Hmm.
without necessarily being like into horror,
Yeah.
which is interesting because this one goes pretty hard, especially given,
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
1981, it
Oh
was like
yeah.
what, unrated or NC-17 or
It's
something like that.
NC-17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's reserved for, well, I guess porn isn't NC-17. That's like
Yeah.
X,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Once people start fucking on screen, you're in an X rating for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Did
So,
did you watch this as a kid?
I watched it probably, no, I must have been, well, I mean, as a kid, yes, technically, but like, I think I was probably like 12, 13, maybe when I watched this for the first time.
Okay. A
I sought
little
it out
older
on
than I
my
thought.
own. Yeah. And rented it from the Hollywood Video on Rancho Cal in Temecula.
Love them.
But it was like that where like, I mean, as a kid, I watched a lot of like, Freddy and Jason movies, watched like, and then a lot of like, like 90s slashers. So I think and that would have put me at like 12, 13 years old. And then as I was in middle school and into high school, that's when I started like going like every weekend, like renting, like, I'd grab like Evil Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Dead Alive,
A lot of deads.
yeah, just a lot of death, to educate myself essentially on,
Hmm.
you know, the most just like, grimiest, of, you know, 80s horror.
Hmm.
And didn't disappoint. Those are all fucking stone cold classics.
Yeah, I feel like every horror loving teenager goes through a phase where you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go back and watch all of the classics and, know my shit when I talk about horror. And for as much media as I digested as a teenager, I feel like not until I got to my 30s did I actually really appreciate a lot of them, like going back and watching them. So I feel like you have to do it twice. Like you have to do it as a teen and then do it again in your 30s. So that's my theory, at least.
In my 30s. Okay.
When you get there.
I was like, I was like, I was like, ask anyone in their 30s, like, we don't got time for all that. I mean, I do. I mean, hey, look, I'm not going to say exactly a silver lining of something as terrible as, the COVID pandemic, but however, yes, and um, it did afford me a lot of time to like say like watch all the Nightmare on Elm Streets. Just I would do like two a night,
Yeah.
like back to back. And then same with all the Jason movies. And I was like, fuck,
Mm.
this is, and it's actually kind of like a really lovely memory for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
So as I said, this is a franchise movie. So there are certain rules that we, put upon ourselves. Um, Shaping, I'm gonna shape this up a little differently because it's not
Hmm.
like a slasher like our last all of our franchises have been.
Hmm.
So Natalie, can you tell us new franchise, new rules? Get us up to speed.
All right. So, as always with our franchise series, we will not spoil any future films. So, you're spoiler free. If you've never watched the Evil Dead franchise, you're good to go. We will only spoil the movie that we're currently talking about or any past films. So, for this one, we're only talking about the Evil Dead. Um, This is a complicated franchise because things don't die easily. So instead of picking our favorite death, we're going to pick our favorite Deadite from the movie. And if you all are not familiar with what a Deadite is, you're going to learn. But also, it's basically a person who has been possessed, whether they're alive or dead, by whatever this entity is. Is that a good definition of a Deadite?
Sure. I mean, you don't get a whole lot of explanation here, at least in this
No, no,
movie.
you really don't get a lot of explanation. I don't think they call them deadites either. That's something that, we call them now. And we're also going to share a little bit of why they're our favorite deadite because I think they have a lot of fun lines or like weird things that they do that are gory and fun. So we'll share that too. We'll obviously go over our boo scores. And then once we have more than one film, we'll start to rank them as we go along. This should be a fun franchise, and I think maybe those little bullet points might change as we go on because it starts in 1981 and continues into now, but all the movies are so different. So we'll just make up the rules as we fucking go, and that'll be that.
I like to think of Deadites as, it's like take like a zombie, but like, make him like a little more camp,
Yeah.
a little sassy, but
They
not
can
like,
talk, which is fun.
and I guess possessed in a sense, like say like Reagan in The Exorcist kind of
Mhm.
situation, because she was a little sassy too. Um, so kind of similar to that, but I think just having more fun with it, letting
Yeah,
loose a little bit.
yeah. And they fuck with you in very specific ways. Like, that's fun too.
And then I like the idea, we each pick a favorite Deadite, each movie that we go through, kind of like we're doing like a draft a little bit. And then I want to see who like our Deadite crew is at the end of each,
Ooh,
at
that's
the
kind
end
of
of this.
fun. Okay. Wait, then
Yeah.
can we pick the same like Deadites?
I think what's out of rule that we cannot pick the same one.
Ooh, that's tough.
But
We take
here's
turns
my
going
extra
first
rule.
then?
Yes, and I'll let you
Okay.
go first this time around,
Oh, oh, that's nice.
of course. Um,
Oh, but then you get Evil Dead 2. Whatever. It'll be your birthday month. It's fine. I'll go first this time.
oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, it's as we're recording this, it's my birthday month. Well, I mean, as well when it's this is released. So, but I'm
Oh,
gonna let you go
shit.
first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
I mean, yeah,
I'll
trust me.
take
Yeah,
it.
we don't record these all in advance, weeks in advance.
I think everyone knows how this works.
Yeah. So this movie, of course, released in 1981, written and directed by industry legend Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi is
Oh,
so
yeah.
fucking rad.
I think we've
Um,
already given him an industry legend award for
Drag
Drag
Me
Me
to
to
Hell.
Hell. Yeah.
Yeah. And Send Help was a lot of fun earlier this year too.
Yes, that was very fun.
Produced by also industry legend Robert Tapert, who's involved with all these movies, and then starring industry legend of industry legends, Bruce Campbell.
Ah, love him.
Yeah, just
What a sweetheart.
having you see the glimpses of the Bruce Campbell we know now in this,
Mhm.
but it is a little subdued in this movie.
Oh,
He is
for
a
sure.
Yeah, but still having a lot of fun here. When you're watching this movie, do you like I don't know, like when you're watching this movie, you don't immediately think he's your final character,
Mm-mm.
because he is kind of I mean they almost like make it like Scotty is the more like lead male character, and Ash being just more of the kind of meek, kind of side, kind of
Hmm.
non-alpha type in this.
Yes, but
He's not even driving his own car.
I think because we have a group of five here and three of them are female, my assumption, had I never seen this movie, I would have thought that one of the women would have been your like final girl because of there only being two guys. But I mean, quickly you figure that out that that's not the case. But I like that it ends up being Ash because I don't know, he's kind of thrown in there, and I think Bruce Campbell does such a good job like toward the end of this movie with like no lines really. So I like him being our final boy.
And then, the script does a great job of, kind of watching that like evolution refocus of him being the main character,
Hmm.
and being that audience surrogate,
Hmm.
just, and I think he does a great job of it,
Yeah.
like, I mean, he's not, as sassy as we'll find him maybe a little bit. I already spoiled my favorite Ash line when and probably most everyone's from this movie. He goes, "Shut
Hmm.
up, Linda."
Yeah. Of
Like,
course.
what else do you say at that point? I'm just like, just fucking shut up. Just fucking stop. Can you stop giggling at me, please, for like one fucking second?
Yeah.
Um, and then of course, we've covered a number of Cabin movies that are indebted to this movie. Um,
Hmm.
Cabin in the Woods, of course, we talked about Cabin Fever. We've talked about something about, yeah, just the fucking woods. Just, no thank you. Especially like in the deep South.
Oof.
Like, I mean, sure, yeah, they got the worst of probably their troubles out there, but who knows what the fuck else is lurking out there anyway? If it wasn't the trees getting them, I don't know what
It could have
else
been
would
a
have happened.
million different things.
Yeah, so no thank you. And then of course we've been very clear that we are not happy campers in the slightest.
No. And like a cabin, the idea of a cabin, like love a cabin. I do love a cabin, but not in the middle of nowhere. Like it needs to be around other cabins and other things, but after watching so many horror movies, it kind of ruins cabins for you. And this movie is immediately what I thought of. I think I've brought this up in one of our prior episodes, but maybe 3 or 4 years ago, we stayed in a cabin, me and my family, and there was a fucking floor door, like hatch type of situation, like in this movie.
Nope.
And immediately it was the first thing I thought of. Like I saw it, it was hidden underneath a rug,
Of course it is.
opened it up, and it had like a little staircase, like kind of just like that one, like a little ladder staircase situation. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, did they put this in the listing that there's a weird floor basement? Because I'm not having it. I wanted to leave. But, cabins, they're charming, I guess.
No, I don't think so. I mean, when I think cabin, it needs to be like a fucking real nice ritzy ass cabin.
Yeah.
Um,
Like well kept.
yeah, like I need,
Hmm.
well, first of all, like I need running water.
Hmm.
But yeah, looking at this fucking cabin,
Not the
I'm like,
cabin fever water.
no. Like looking at all those cabins, I'm just like, just like I would say like a tent would be like a cleaner option for me than staying in
No.
that fucking cabin from the Evil Dead.
No, absolutely not. But okay, how do they even say how they find this cabin or whose cabin this is? Did they say that
So
at the beginning of the movie?
yeah, when they're driving together, we'll just hop into the movie here.
Let's
But
just do it.
so you've got your five characters. You've got Ash, you've
Mhm.
got Scotty, you've got Ash's girlfriend Linda, Ash's sister Cheryl, and then
Mhm.
Shelly, who is Scotty's girlfriend.
Mhm.
And they're all driving to this cabin in Tennessee. And then yeah, they asked Scotty about it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, this guy's like maybe like sold it to him, or maybe not sold it to him, but was like letting
Rented
him
it?
rent it or something." And he's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, no, I got a great deal. Trust me, it's cool. It's probably
Hmm.
just maybe it's just in bad condition. I don't know, who knows." And then again, just fucking pre-internet where I'm like,
We didn't even see a photo.
yeah, like who was it? Like it fucking Shelly in the back being like, or Cheryl being like, none of y'all fucking seen this place?
Hmm.
And we're already driving all the fucking way out here. We've got a
I'd
fucking
be pissed.
across a fucking like dilapidated fucking bridge and like no
That
road.
bridge, like evil didn't even need to intervene with that bridge. That bridge was already fucked.
I've got that note for later where I'm like, are
Okay.
we sure it was the evil that did this?
Did the bridge just give out?
Yeah. Um, but yeah, they get there and yeah, that cabin looks like shit.
That cabin looks like shit. I don't know that I would want to stay there.
Yeah, if you rolled up there, I'd be like, hey,
Can we just do anything else?
like anything else. Like, and that's where I was just like, I would rather be in like, well, just because, oh, you walk in the fucking place and it's like, oh, of course it's all musty as fuck. And, you got fucking, porch swings that move on their own and trinkets hanging by fucking strings and chains and shit from the ceiling. And you're like, okay, the second I walk into this place, oh,
The
you
the
can, you can
dust,
see how bad it smells.
the dust that kicks up when he
Yeah.
opens that door, you see it in the beam of sunlight coming through the window. If you breathed in that air, you'd be coughing, probably, choking on the thickness and the dirt in the air. So, yeah, it would be a no for me.
And these kids, I guess, just cannot be fucking wavered by a good deal because like I said, you've got like immediately the first thing you've got this porch swing just swinging on its own until it just stops, and they're like, "Oh,
Slamming
okay,
into that house.
yeah." You've got clocks that are just like stopping on their own.
Okay, well, I have theories about that.
Yeah. Well, why?
Mhm.
What's what a clock theory?
Well, not really. But just some things that I noticed that I never noticed in this movie before, like in this watch. So when they first enter the door, when Scotty unlocks the door, obviously the swing stops, like
Hmm.
dead in his tracks, which like that's creepy enough in itself. And then if I saw the interior, I'd be like, oh no, fuck this. But when Cheryl is drawing the clock. I had never realized in my life that this clock stops exactly the way she was drawing it. And my 11-year-old son was like, "Oh, that's cool. It stopped the way she's draw like in her picture." And I was like, "What? No, it didn't." And he's like, "Yeah, it did." And I was like, "Oh shit, it did." But also at one point you hear crickets chirping for I think like the whole first act. And then
Mhm.
out of like nowhere, the crickets stop. It goes away. And then after all of them are dead, the crickets come back. So, then you think that things are safe. But those are all things that I did not notice. I was like, "Oh, these are really fun little things." I'm sure people who have seen this movie a lot have noticed that, but I really hadn't watched it in a long time. So, I was having fun with those little things.
Love that.
Mm.
Um, yeah, a lot of great little details, especially with the sound
Hmm.
design for this
Oh yeah,
movie.
the sound
Oh
design's so
yeah.
good.
Um, but yeah, like again, like stops clocking your sorry, not stops clocking on their own, clocks stopping on their own. You get voices that like Cheryl can fucking hear saying, "Join us," coming from the fucking window, crashing through and shit. And then literally while she's like wide awake, sitting there, drawing with her drawing pad, her hand gets possessed
Hmm.
and like violently scribbles a book with a fucking face on it.
And it changes color. Her hand gets like paler, visibly
Oh yeah, it
paler,
looks like
like dead.
decomposed. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But just not a big enough deal yet, apparently,
And the clock stops right in front of her. She didn't say shit to anybody.
about any of those
Cheryl.
things.
Cheryl.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So like don't get me wrong, I don't blame Cheryl like after she was very severely traumatized after that, but
We're not gonna victim blame Cheryl here, but dinner would have been a good time to bring that shit up.
yeah, I think that there's just to at least get a trail going of like, hey, this
Something
th
weird.
this isn't just me screaming running from the woods. Like there
Yeah.
were escalated pieces that got us here. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Hmm.
But yeah, during dinner, fucking this cellar door in the floor just fucking bursts open on its own. Everyone's like, maybe. I mean, I think everyone's like hoping it's just an animal, you
Oh,
know?
for sure. Like something popped that door open.
Love, 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 love the synth pad like score on this.
Hmm.
And it comes in at a couple different times in this movie. I love
Hmm.
love the music in this
The
movie.
music's so good. Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Mm.
But especially like just those old like 70s and 80s like synths. Like they
Ah,
just feel so warm and so heavy, and then they just always find the creepiest goddamn chords you can find, and they're
yes.
so good.
They're like creepy, but they're also a bop.
Yeah, it's like let's flat this fucking fifth right now and fuck people shit up right now. I love that. So, Scotty, of course, being the alpha dude, just goes to investigate. I would be Ash in this situation. That's why I think the audience surrogate. I'm just like, yeah, buddy, you go ahead and check.
Yeah, check that out.
I'll hang out here with the women, dude. You're good.
Hmm.
You go ahead and do your thing. And I will close this on you if I need to.
Yeah.
Which he really should have, because of course immediately Scotty disappears and like, they start calling his name. They don't get an answer.
Yeah.
I would have given that shit like maybe half a second before I was
Yeah.
like, all right, Scotty, if I don't hear from you in fucking 2 seconds, I'm closing this.
If Scotty was smart, he would have said, "Okay, like I'm gonna go venture deeper into this basement. So like give me a minute." And then that way they would know like maybe he won't hear us if we call out.
So of course Ash, goes instead to find him. And then of course Scotty's being a dick, right?
Yeah.
Jumps at him and scares him. And then he's like, "Oh man, ha, funny, huh? But hey, check it out. I found a gun and some tapes and a book made of skin with a face on it. Um,
And a Hills Have Eyes poster.
and the Hills Have Eyes poster." He's like, so all of these things together, I'm sure add up to something good, right?
Yeah. I love that he's like, "Let's take this shit upstairs."
Oh my God.
No.
And, maybe we'll learn with some of these other movies, but like, gosh, like, okay, yeah, there were some like little tricks and spooky stuff that was going on, right? More just
Mhm.
parlor tricks, really, if
Yeah.
anything. But all of this could have been avoided if I just saw like, and maybe just because we didn't have phones or Nintendo Switches or something, everyone was just bored in 1981. And
Bring a guitar. I don't know.
oh no, that's I don't, it's funny.
Keep you busy.
I'm supposed to go camping, with some friends in a few weeks, and
Ugh,
one of them had like half
sorry.
suggested like, like, oh yeah, you should bring your acoustic guitar. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like
They would regret that.
yeah, I just don't I don't know what it is. I don't want to subject people to like even if I'm like good, which I think I'm fine. I'm a competent musician, but I'm like I maybe it was after seeing that Barbie movie, and I was just like I don't need to subject people to that anymore. Just dudes with guitars are just so unimpressive by
I
every metric.
This might be a hot take, but as someone who's been around dudes with guitars for a really long time, it's annoying when you've known them for a long time and you've seen them do the same parlor trick over and over again. But when you're new to the group, oh, they're like, "Oh my God, you know this song? Can you play that song?" Like they're like so into it. I think you know that to be true. Come on.
But it's a fleeting feeling because it's
For
it's like you
everyone.
because it's like turning an hourglass as soon as you start. You're like, you only have a finite amount of time and this becomes less and less. And then just like,
Yeah,
ooh, okay. It's like why'd I open that can of worms,
that's true. Okay,
So
so maybe the drawing was a good hobby.
yeah, well, drawing's fine. I mean, like until you get like, you're possessed, but
Your hand
that
possessed.
was a funny drawing of that book though, because it reminds me of like when I was like, learning like as like a young child to like do that kind of like cube shape.
Yes, when you're learning how to draw 3D objects.
Yeah, and it always looks just kind of like off and shit, but like that's
Yeah,
what that drawing of the Book of the Dead reminded me of.
for sure.
They don't call it the Necronomicon, I don't think, in this.
No, they don't. And
Just Book of the Dead.
yeah, they just call it the Book of the Dead. And I thought that picture was good enough that Cheryl would have been able to clock it. Ooh, pun intended. Um, that like that book is the thing that whatever possessed my hand drew, right?
I would say so. Yeah, because especially if they like brought that shit upstairs, like she'll be like, whoa, 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 nope.
They did.
Yeah. Well, they
He was
did. Well,
looking
I
through
know.
it. Hmm.
Yeah, but Cheryl should have been like, hey, I drew that. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't,
She
but I
doesn't say
kind of did.
shit.
Cheryl. Um, but again, everything would have been just fine. But they're like, nope,
Hmm.
we got to bring all this shit upstairs. We need to start playing these tapes. And of course, it's just some dude talking about, yeah,
Dismemberment.
yeah, just doing some, just doing some loosey-goosey research and some science. Found this book. I'm just gonna start just reading Latin out loud.
On this recording.
What was it? What was the line from the Giles quote from Buffy you were telling me?
Don't speak Latin in front of the books.
Yeah, don't, because it's never gonna fucking work well.
Nope.
Um, and then of course then he's like, ah, yeah, then I had to start dismembering my wife. Yeah, I swear she was possessed.
Yeah.
You know,
Darn.
yeah, everyone needs, everyone is trying to find some dumb fucking reason to kill your wife.
To dismember her specifically.
Yeah. And on top of all of this, Natalie, it's a fucking full moon outside.
Ugh.
That's enough to be like, I don't know, there's just gonna be weird energy tonight.
It's a spooky ass moon too. You've got like that weird black rolling fog or clouds that go by it. Ooh.
I truly believe when it's a full moon, like, yeah, energy is weird.
Oh yeah.
because I used to work a job where I was up all night, and I
Hmm.
remember when I don't know how to explain it, but just on full moon nights, like s- the vibe was off, the energy was weird, and something weird, kind of weird would happen.
Hmm.
Um, so
I
it's
kind of like it. I kind of embrace it now. Like I just expect things that will be weird that day and just see where the night takes me.
oh God. Well, we're gonna see where this night takes them, and it's not to a
Ooh.
good spot. But of course, at this point now, Cheryl's finally like freaking out about this, and she's like, "Turn this shit off. I don't want to hear the Latin and the dismembering and this and this and this." Scotty's like, "Come on, let's play it," and
It's
of
so
course,
fun.
everyone gets upset. I like Scotty. It's a good defense mechanism where he's like, "Hey, you all are adults. You all could have stopped me. Could have done a better job.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're just as at fault as I am here in this situation, if you really think about it." Um, so they stop, they turn the tape off, but it's too late, Natalie, because
Oof.
they've already, the dude's already recited all the
Hmm.
passages that you shouldn't. Um, Everyone goes to their bedrooms. I think maybe except for like Ash and Linda. They've got kind of a sweet moment here where he gives her
Hmm.
that it was like a necklace with like a little magnifying glass on it.
It's like a little baby magnifying glass.
Is that a thing? Like, if she like, does she like look, pull it up to
That's what I was wondering. I was
look
like,
at
is
things
this
up close?
like an inside kind of couples thing for them?
Maybe. I don't know. It isn't explained, but
Mm-mm.
it's just nice because this is literally the last peaceful part anyone's gonna have in this movie.
Yeah.
Because everything's gonna go real bad real quick here.
Yep.
Um, Cheryl's got her own room because she's the fifth wheel here.
Hmm.
Um, and then she's
Oh,
still
Cheryl.
hearing, I know, well, fuck, poor Cheryl. All the join us coming from the windows. Um, Whatever this curse is, also kind of a pervert creep going from window to window, watching, everyone take their tops off and
Yeah.
everything. Um, and then just Cheryl, like
Oh,
again,
Cheryl.
sorry, I just okay,
Such
every
bad
just
decision making she has.
everything up until this point, just because she hears this voice and she's like, "Hey, you were talking earlier," and feels compelled to go outside on her own
Mm-mm.
without saying anything to anybody
And
to
possibly
go,
no shoes. I didn't see her put on shoes.
I don't think she had shoes on, and to go investigate whatever the fuck is going on. And I'm like, Natalie, best case scenario. Best case scenario. You're hearing voices out in the woods and you go out by yourself. What the fuck do you think you're gonna fucking find going
People.
out there on your own?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Creepy people
yeah.
that are watching you.
Already, this is the best case situation that you could find.
And you've got four other people in that house.
Yeah. However, it is very much the worst case scenario.
Hmm.
Um, and the trees come alive and attack her, and then you've got this really infamous, unfortunate this rape scene essentially. Like they don't
Hmm.
even fucking pretend.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah. And I wish I could put myself in that spot of like a 12-year-old watching this again to be like, how did I like process this? Because it
I
is,
didn't get it. I didn't know that that was what was happening.
I mean, the point where like
I knew it was undressing her.
they pull
Like,
her legs open and you see a thick branch go right between. Like,
well, okay. As a child, I think what I thought was happening was they were just like tying her down. So, just
yeah.
legs, arms like spread. I don't think that I like comprehended that the trees could commit such an act. So I didn't, I don't think I processed it as a child, but there was like this weird, I mean, it still kind of happens now, but like there were a couple films like in the late 70s, early 80s that really, I'm thinking of like The Last House on the Left, The Hills Have Eyes. They have like these really intense, like it's either like sexual assault or rape or both. And um I don't know, like what that was. Like if it was just this weird wanting to really shock people and push the envelope or what the case was. Maybe they thought it was a little less crazy because it's trees and vines. I don't know, but it's definitely not my favorite thing, and it was an odd choice, especially considering it doesn't have to happen to anyone else.
Right. Um, yeah, I mean, of course, you know, maybe if they thought they were being edgy or trying to push the envelope here, um, it's lazy.
Hmm.
One, because, again, just to be sexually violent only towards women in all of these movies,
Hmm.
is just frankly lazy, right? And and it was interesting how you were saying it was just like I didn't even like process or even think about it like that as a kid, and I was probably the same way. To which
Hmm.
I would ask, why do you even need it to happen then? Like, why can't like she just get like attacked? And
Hmm.
because it seems like I don't know, all it takes is a fucking pencil in your ankle and up, you're a deadite
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
like why?
It seems like they just have to physically harm you.
Yeah. Or
Maybe
maybe not,
they
or
maybe
maybe
they have
not in Ash's case.
Yeah, well I wonder, yeah, we'll get to that inconsistency, but I wonder if maybe the only justification that I could find for Cheryl being treated differently than the other cabin mates, and I think there could have been a better solution to this, is maybe this demon or entity or, they need to insert themselves into like a first person before they can spread amongst other people. But in that case, they could have just went down her mouth. Like it could have just vines could have just went into her mouth. Like I think that would have been fine for me. Um,
Yeah.
but
Still very phallic, but
it's
not,
still very phallic, but like it could go down any of their mouths, really. Like you could have,
yeah.
swapped her out for Scotty, and it would have made more sense, honestly, because he would be the tough guy that would want to go look in the woods if, Cheryl was like, there's something out there, can you go check it out? Like I'm hearing voices in the woods, and he'd be, do his tough guy thing. That could have been cool. Um, and kind of mixed it up a little bit. But I think anytime you have not any time, but a lot of times when you have something that has to possess or become or insert itself, like any type of parasitic thing, like even like Slither, I'm thinking of, or
Hmm.
what's the other one? The faculty, like they all have to like get inserted somehow. So, I think this was a weird artistic choice, but I do feel like they did it out of just lazy shock value and it doesn't really do anything for the plot.
And I don't do any research on any of this, and I don't. I'm curious. You know, what Sam Raimi said about any of
Mhm.
this since.
Yeah, I'd be
Um,
curious too. I
and
didn't I didn't look into it, so maybe I'll see if I can find an interview with him commenting on it, because I'm sure people have asked him over the years.
yeah, but I mean, I do think it's a shame because I do think it's a really unnecessary part and a flaw in an otherwise A plus
Hmm.
movie, you know. Um,
I don't think that it hits as hard for me as it does for you, but like it doesn't. I'll be totally honest. It doesn't affect my boo score, but it doesn't help it, if that makes sense.
yeah, I would hope
Yeah,
not. Be like, oh man, this really.
yeah, because it's not adding anything to the movie, but I think my logical woman brain has to process things in a certain way of like, okay, I know this isn't real and she didn't actually experience that. So it makes it easier for me to digest, because the worst part for me is the most offensive part for me as a woman is that Cheryl would not say anything from the beginning of her experience of having a possessed hand and drawing a picture of a book that has skin on it, or that she would just go out in the woods by herself. Even if a man did that, it would be a stupid choice. But because she's a woman hearing something in the woods, going out and checking it out by herself, no shoes, in barely any clothes in the night, like that is just so unbelievably offensive that anyone would be stupid enough to do that. So, I think where I struggle is I think Living Cheryl is very poorly written.
Yeah, she doesn't get much up until this point.
Hmm.
And I think what I struggle with too with some of when these scenes happen is that, there's like also like moments where she is like like yelling and crying, but then also like moaning as well.
I would call it grunting.
I think it's enough of like a mix of like where I'm like, I don't know if I need to have anything sound close to her like having some sort of sexualized reaction to any of this either.
That's fair.
Um, and I think that's where I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense where like all of the critiques I think of all of these like slasher movies, and the twisting of wires in men's brains, um, conflating like violence and sexuality, and how horror movies like encourage that. I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. I get it. Like watching like
Hmm.
that scene, I'm like, that I felt was a little extra gross,
Hmm.
and unnecessary. But maybe
I think that's fair. I would say
if
I
it's gonna
thought
be
of it
brutal,
as
make it
more,
brutal, and how someone would actually react in that situation.
I thought of it as like just like, or how I heard it was like trying to think, like, I think the most extreme pain I've ever been in is giving birth. I think that's a fair scale to use.
How bad could that possibly
And
be?
I know, right?
I wouldn't know.
And Kyle can relate. But I think about like the way that you like grin and bear like pain like that sometimes can become like low and from a place of like guttural like pain, which can sound different depending on the person. But they didn't sound like pleasure sounds to me. So maybe I'm just interpreting it differently. I thought it was her just like literally being in so much pain that she just wasn't in a place to scream or maybe disassociating.
There were moans interspersed in there.
Hmm.
But either way, God, let's get past this scene because there's so much great movie after
Yeah,
this.
there
So
is.
much.
And even
Um,
before it,
yeah, and she breaks free, makes it towards the cabin. I don't know how the keys ended up on top of the like
who put those
the
back?
door frame again.
Yeah, who put those back there?
It
That
makes no
was so
sense to
stupid.
me.
Yeah.
Um, but she's able to get back into the cabin just in time and is like, okay, okay, I need to go right now. The woods are alive. I was attacked. No one's really taking her seriously here, even though, like, I mean, Cheryl looks really fucked up and ran from the woods.
Yeah, she clearly got attacked by something.
And yeah, right. I'm like, clearly something happened to you. And
Hmm.
then the best is Ash being like, ah, well, fine, goddamn, I'll take you into town, I guess. Let's
Yeah, at least
go.
he's willing to.
I mean, it's just, it's her brother. He should.
Well, I mean, how many horror movies have you seen where somebody's like freaking out and they're like, I need to get the fuck out of here? And everybody's like, calm down, have some tea, everything will be fine.
Yeah, so Scott just immediately he's like, "Well, I just got here and I'm gonna have a good time. God damn it, I'm not leaving and going anywhere. I don't give a fuck if the trees just fucking raped this woman that's staying with us. Jesus Christ, Scotty. Ugh. But it doesn't matter because, they start the car Ash and Cheryl go, and kind of what I was alluding to earlier, the bridge, the dilapidated
Hmm.
one, is just fully just fucked up. It looks mangled, so like yes, probably the Woods did this, but like we were saying, that bridge was gonna go any
Oof, it
second
was
anyway.
shaky. Yeah.
Yeah, the car like went hat like a wheel like crashed like through it like on the way in.
I would have turned my ass around. Wouldn't even have crossed the bridge.
I would have leapt out the window of that car and just like ran to the original side. I'm like, I'm not
Yep.
staying on this bridge any fucking second
No.
longer. I'm
Yep.
gonna go
I
find
agree.
those dudes fishing that were hitchhiking, try my luck with them.
I agree.
Jesus. Um, but again, oh, just the real moody ass fucking synth that's playing, like when they
Hmm.
discovered that the bridge is all mangled. Oh,
So good.
it's so good. Um, so they're fucked. So they don't know, and of course it's like pitch black, middle of the night by at this point. So they don't know any other way other than this bridge.
Hmm.
So they have to go back to this cabin, and Cheryl's just like, "Fuck, we're never gonna leave." But she's
Hmm.
right. Yeah, poor Cheryl.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, dude, they go back and they're like listening to the tapes again, and maybe this is when
Insane.
he's like, "Yeah, my wife's a little acting a little out of pocket. I had to dismember her. It seems to be the only way." And by the only way, that's the first thing I tried. Um,
Yeah.
but it seemed to work. So we'll just go with this. Um, Jesus. But yeah, back at the cabin, I know they're all trying to like play like card trick games or some shit, but
Yeah,
like,
just keep themselves distracted.
dude, Cheryl lasts all of like 2 fucking seconds back in this cabin before she is like floating in the air, her eyes
Oh my
all fucking
gosh.
white,
Love it.
enchanting all the fucking things you don't want to hear, like, we're coming for you, we're all gonna fucking eat your fucking souls, and blah blah blah, like uh,
All the hits.
all the hits, right? Floats in the air and then just like fucking crashes to the ground.
Mm.
Oh, Jesus. And then this is the most like icky scene for me is with the pencil. Um,
Oh, interesting.
Oh yeah, when like Linda goes and checks on her, like with Ash,
Hmm.
and then Cheryl grabs a pencil that's on the ground. Yeah, just fucking takes it and doesn't even just stab, but
No, she
like
like wiggles it like in a circular
I'm
motion.
like holding up my ankle
If
right now.
only, yeah, if only everyone could see Kyle trying to
Oh,
reenact this ankle stabbing.
and that's rough, but like just just the fucking shout out again. Actually, well, no, shout out for the first time to Tom Sullivan and Bart Pierce, who
Hmm.
are the special effect artists in this.
Hmm. Very
That
fun.
holy shit, Cheryl looks so cool right
Oh
here.
yeah, yeah. This is, I think this is like peak Cheryl.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
because this is when it's still like a little bit Cheryl and not just
Hmm.
like complete like just peeling skin off. Like I don't even know if
Yeah.
that's still like Cheryl in that mask and all that makeup
It
when
it
she's like
is.
under. Is it the
Yeah.
actress?
Yeah, it should be all of the actresses in the makeup.
Good for them.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it all looks so good.
Yeah.
Um, Scotty, I'll give credit where credit's due. Scotty is just like, I'm just gonna fucking kick this bitch as far as I can across this room. She's gonna fall right in that cellar. And I'm
Honestly,
like,
that was the best thing he could have done.
literally, that was the most useful thing. Well, okay. One of the most useful things Scotty did in
Yeah.
this movie.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. And again, you think like, I don't know, is he the lead character? Because like Ash is like really doing nothing. Ash finds himself in multiple situations, like under a bookshelf, just can't
He does.
just
Oh.
wiggling and waggling his way, can't get out.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, I mean, I think it's all safe to say we can believe Cheryl now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now that
yeah.
it's too late.
Um,
I mean, it may have
so
already been too late by the time she said something, but
yeah. So like, hey, you know what? Well, we got Cheryl in the cellar. Everyone else, okay. Everyone's feeling all right. Okay. Like, Linda's ankle's not doing super great. We're gonna put her to bed. Okay.
yeah, she's not
Um,
walking anywhere.
and then I'm just gonna, Scotty, Ash, we're just gonna process this a little bit. Send the ladies to bed. Hey, at least our girlfriends are still good, as far as we know. Shelly goes by herself to the bedroom to get some rest, but then just fucking immediately. How many windows fucking break in this point? Because the woods and the whatever this evil curse is really
Hmm.
likes to just bash its way through windows. Um,
Which it makes it easy.
a little bit, yeah.
Hmm.
So and then just fucking attacks her immediately. And then yeah, sorry, Shelly. Scott, of course, goes to investigate because he hears the scream, can't find her. Oh, geez. Until like he goes to the bathroom and there's a couple like fake out scenes, like one in the kind
Yeah.
of like makeshift like closet area, and then also in the bathroom. And then that's when he turns around and then Shelly's right there, all fucking full deadite, just,
Oh yeah,
you
she
know,
looks like shit.
taking her nails, which I don't remember her having those like long red nails, but
They
I guess I wasn't looking.
Yeah, I don't remember if she started with those. Maybe they got longer upon
Maybe.
possession.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. And just clawing at his face and shit, so you know he's gonna fucking. Because as far as we know, like, yeah, like you just need to get like cut by
Like
them.
physically hurt by them. It doesn't even have to be their
A flesh wound.
actual like skin hurting their like like it's not like a contact thing because the pencil is what inserted itself into Linda. But I guess yeah, because she didn't get scratched. Because I thought maybe it's like a scratch or a bite or something like that, kind of zombie like.
Yeah,
But
you
they can
just
use a weapon.
yeah, you just need to be just stabbed with something or cut with something, you know.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
it's a little loosey goosey.
It is a little loosey-goosey for sure.
Yeah. So Shelly's just fucking now possessed. Shelly is just now beating the shit out of Scott. Love in the background, Cheryl just cheering her on from the cellar.
She's such a good hype woman.
I love this. And I'm just like, I like, I usually it's like one deadite at a time kind of situation, but
Yeah.
I I like them just yeah, the camaraderie, just cheering each other on,
Yeah.
it all being kind of like a fun thing. I like this.
Hmm.
So um Ash tries to help, finds himself under another bookshelf, as he does. Luckily, also I didn't mention, you know, you found the tapes and the tape recorder, you found the book made of flesh with the blood, you got the shotgun, you got the Hills of Eyes poster, and then also this like sword blade
Oh,
situation
yes,
that
yes.
has the
That Scotty
skull.
says looks like Ash's ex-girlfriend. Ah, ah, ah.
Yeah, yeah, it does. This must be like a magic blade because and you know this because he fucking stabs his girlfriend Shelly right through the back with it and she
Hmm.
starts like smoking. I think that's how you know
Yeah.
that's progress, right?
Yeah, it feels pretty like you're doing some damage.
And I think at this point Scotty was just like, "You know what? We're just gonna finish her off." Because like what at this point like he had like shoved her like towards the she like fallen into the fireplace and her head was on fire,
Yeah, it's
and then
pretty
she comes
bad.
right back, you know, and just
Hmm.
keeps going. Oh, he's able to like half amputate her wrist and she just like bites the rest of
Oh
it
my
off.
gosh, I love that she bites the rest of it off.
Yeah.
She's like, fine, you want to take off my hand? Sure. Let me help
Oh
you.
my gosh. Um and again, just like with just credit to just the makeup people on this, because I really can't overstate how fucked up she looks right now.
So
And
fucked up.
so like watching this, at least as a kid, more so than just because of the intensity of it and just how good the makeup was, I would say that this was like nightmare fuel for me, like
Oh,
watching this.
interesting. I never found this movie scary.
Just because it was just so crazy, like what was going on, and maybe just watching it
Yeah.
for the first time, I just don't remember a horror movie just going that hard, that intense, and just that the violence and the screaming and the blood spurting everywhere. And I'm like,
It
you
kind of
know,
never stops too once it
n-
starts.
no, not at all. It just keeps
Hmm.
escalating.
Hmm.
Um, with like very, very short moments of reprieve, if anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, she keeps getting back up, and Ash is, he's able to finally get under his fucking bookshelf, tosses Scotty an axe, and he's like, hey, well, I remember that part of the tape. I am just gonna fucking finish with this wrist. And he just dismembers his fucking girlfriend all over that fucking cabin.
There it is.
Yeah, whatever deposit he put down, he's not getting back. Right? And Shelly's dead.
Yeah.
Dead, dead, I
Dead,
think.
dead. Not deadite dead.
That's tough.
Something something I'm thinking about now with the long fingernails, they very well could have gotten longer and redder after she got possessed because it seems to exaggerate features as well. So like for the women, like they're wearing makeup and it looks like it like when it possesses them, like the blush gets darker, their lips get darker, like they have like long fake
Mm,
eyelashes like painted on. Like it feels like it's almost like magnifying some of the things that are already happening
maybe. I
in their
like
normal
that.
state. Yeah.
I like that theory.
Okay.
Um, Ash just like, fuck. Yeah, fuck. Scotty. The last 20 minutes really escalated here.
Yeah.
Um, cannot
Oh
believe
my
Linda
gosh.
is sleeping through all of this, but I'm not
Not
gonna
a good
check on her
sign.
just yet. Yeah. Scotty's like, oh, I guess I gotta bury her or put her somewhere. I don't know. Like, I can't leave her all over the floor.
I love they decide to bury her. I would just wrap her up and just put her on the porch for the next day.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not going out in
I'm
the
gonna
woods
leave her
right
there.
now. For the time it takes to like dig like a hole deep enough.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but you don't want to just put her in a bag and leave her outside because then the
Oh,
coyotes will get to
animals or
her.
something. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she's already
S-
dismembered, so
So they bury all the pieces of Shelly, and that's the rest we'll see of Shelly. Um, Scotty's also like, well, I'm gonna get out of here.
yeah.
Um, you,
Well, fuck this.
Ash, you can go ahead and figure out with your own girlfriend. Mine's dead, so I'm free.
Yeah, he's like, I don't give a shit about your girlfriend, your sister, like none of it. Like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm gonna find some other way around the bridge, so I'm gonna go do that. Goodbye. Fuck
Would you
off.
do that if you were Scott?
No, I would I would say, hey, we need to find some more weapons. Go get that chainsaw out of the shed. We need to dismember the rest of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would say we need to do that before we figure out like
like
what
an
getting
exit
out of here looks like.
for sure. Yeah, that's
Because
smart.
yeah, or at
Hmm.
least like, hey, like we need to at least we've got Cheryl contained for a minute, but we had no idea for how long. And then
Hmm.
we need to at least take a look at Linda, see what's going on. And if we do need to tie her down, we should probably
Hmm.
do that. But that would be my thing. Because I'm not going to walk around in the fucking dark. He didn't even grab a flashlight. I'm like, where the fuck's he
No.
going to go? He has no
Mm-mm.
idea where to go.
No.
Yeah. So, no, thank you. Um, but speaking of Linda, Ash is like, well, I guess it's just me now for the minute or for the moment. So he goes back inside the cabin, goes to check on Linda, and yeah, she's
Oof.
fucked.
Yeah, she's real
Yeah.
fucked.
Oh yeah, when she just sits right up like that,
Oh
like,
my gosh, I
and
love
with their
it.
arms out, like, hey, oh my gosh, her cackling and giggling is so much fun in this.
She sounds like those old Halloween witches that would hang and then when you like bump into them or pass by them, they like shake and cackle. She reminds me of those.
Oh yeah, definitely old, kind of Wicked Witch of the West vibe kind of situation.
Hmm.
Very cool. Um, And then Scotty doesn't make it far either because when Ash is trying to put up with Linda, Scotty comes right back in, all fucked up by the trees.
Oh yeah.
I would have been almost okay with the rape scene from earlier if we just, again, equal opportunity. I
Hmm.
wanted to see Scott get a tree branch up his butthole
Yep.
and wiggle around in there and have him scream, but then also go, oh, I sound like Hank Hill a little bit. Oh, oh.
Yeah, a
Um,
little bit.
so
Oh my God.
and so I would, I'm like, show me a little bit of that, because then all you've got like 2 seconds later, Scotty's back inside. He's like, oh, the trees, yeah, okay, it's bad.
The
I,
the trees are fucking people.
yeah, because he's all cut the fuck up real bad,
Yeah.
even worse than Cheryl was,
Yeah.
and he's like,
That'd be it for me. I'd be like, no, Scotty, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's exactly what happened to Cheryl before she started getting all creepy.
dude, and again, it's just wishful thinking, I guess, on Ash's part, because he's like, oh, it's okay, buddy. Just sit here on this couch. Yeah, yeah, my girlfriend's sitting there cross-legged in the hallway, just giggling at us. Um, we're gonna handle that. I don't know. Because and again, still at this point, like Ash just seems so just overwhelmed by this whole situation.
He is.
And now is, I mean, Scotty's basically dead at this point. But like
Mhm.
really from this point out, like, yeah, Ash is our only survivor.
I feel like
Um,
Scotty dying, or at least like lying there dying, gives Ash kind of a turn of needing to be the one in charge.
yeah, he was like, Scotty, I was really planning on you to be the tough guy here. Can you
Yeah.
please not
Yeah.
die?
Maybe just suck it up.
Yeah, because then I gotta be the man of the house, and I
Hmm.
don't, no, thank you. And I'm like, and then Scott, fucking real rich, buddy, when he goes, don't leave me, Ash. You wouldn't leave me, would you, pal? And
Nah,
I'm like, buddy, you
fuck you,
fuck
man.
off, man.
You were
Um,
about to leave me, and that's how
yeah,
you ended up like this.
yeah. And
Would
I
have been
mean, at
safe in the
least
cabin. Well, safe-ish.
Scott's like, hey, there is a path. But the raping trees are a little bit of an obstacle, a little bit of a nuisance. So, um, at least wait until morning. I don't even know if he
So you could
suggests that,
see them
but
come in.
yeah,
I think Ash mentions that sunrise is in a couple of hours.
yeah. And then of course you still have Cheryl just poking her head out, from the cellar door, just laughing all the situation. You've got fucking Linda fucking with them.
Oh
Um,
man,
I think this is when they both briefly like turn back,
I love that.
like not actually turn back to themselves. It's just them
Yeah,
fucking with them,
yeah.
but just being like, oh, hey, oh, hey, it's okay. We're okay now. Yeah, just let us out. You just let me out of this cellar now. I'm like,
Mm-mm. Yeah, because you
bro,
don't ever see Cheryl's normal face again, but you
no.
do see Linda's.
Just be a nice brother. Get me out of this cellar, buddy. And of course, right, they go right back to their fucking petty little demon bullshit antics.
Hmm.
I like how just Ash is just like, all right, first things first, just grabs Linda and just drags her ass outside and just says, stay out here.
Yeah.
Right? It just goes back inside and he's like, fine. If you're gonna be like this, you're gonna go do it outside. I am not
Yeah.
having any of that in this house right now.
No, no more giggling.
Yeah, too much already. And then just like literally goes back and like keeps trying to like comfort Scotty, being like, hey, you're gonna be okay, man. We're all gonna be okay.
Oh man.
Cheryl and Shelly. Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe not Shelley.
Maybe not Shelly. And this is again, it's like this and the shut up Linda lines where you're just like, you get these glimpses of the funny Ash,
Yeah. Yeah.
where he's like,
I think he becomes the funny Ash from the trauma of this whole experience. Like it's part of his becoming.
Linda, of course, is, no one puts Linda in a corner. No one puts her fucking outside, right? She comes right back inside, keeps attacking Ash. And then he remembers, hey, look, I've got that little skull sword situation, so
Hmm.
that seems to work. Um, fucking uses that to stab her, wraps her up. You think he's gonna be like, all right, this is when we
Dismember.
get full Ash, but like, not yet, because he fucking still chains her up. I'm like, okay, this is smart. Takes her to the shed. Okay, I got this. Pulls out the chainsaw. I'm like, all right, yep, doing all the things you need to be doing. And then he just can't bring himself to do it.
Yeah, you can't do it.
You just gotta go full way, man. I mean, at this point, like, yeah, I don't care. Fuck. If it was my wife, it was you, I don't care. I'm fucking, you're all getting carved up.
Oh yeah, like if you're taking that level of damage and laughing through it, like the human that once was is gone. We
Yeah.
it's murder time. I would absolutely dismember you. And I would feel like I was doing you a service because who knows if you're trapped in there somewhere.
Just put me out of my misery.
Hmm.
You got me now on recording saying it.
Yeah, same,
Yeah.
same here.
So, but you're just like, Ash, no, buddy. He's like, oh, well, I'm gonna bury her.
Fool.
I
At least leave
know.
her chained up.
Yeah. And again, dude, he's just delaying the inevitable because, right?
Yeah.
Because he buries her for all of like 2 seconds. And
Hmm.
then she bursts right the fuck back out, doing her little fucking antics, just giggling and laughing and jumping around. And no, and again, I don't know how Ash doesn't get possessed, but whatever, because like she bursts out and then
Oh,
just starts clawing right into his fucking leg, like really just digging up flesh and tendons and shit.
I think that's my like the gore that creeps me out the most in this movie is Linda just scratching at
Yeah.
his leg like that, just tearing it up. Oof, that is rough to watch.
And then this is all really fun. Like, when he fights back, like I don't know where he finds this like wooden beam, but like I love the shots of like him just fucking swinging it at her head and her just like
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
just kind
Yeah.
of dancing around and shit. Like clearly like it's like a dummy, you
Yeah.
know.
Just flailing its arms about.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. And just the constant like the howling and the laughing from her. I love it.
Hmm.
Um she like dives at him, and good thing that shovel is super fucking sharp, I guess, because he one clean fucking
Oof.
swing, he's able to decapitate her. And then
Hmm.
of course you got the head still talking and
I
the rest
love
of the
it.
body.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, Ash, all of her. You have to dismember all
Yeah,
of her,
just all
dude.
the pieces.
Yeah, because he just leaves the body and the head just there, and I'm like,
I really put themselves back together.
yeah, you've seen this plenty of times. The body will just go pick up the head and just go
Yeah.
walk around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Why
my
wouldn't it?
gosh. So Ash is like, all right, well, maybe maybe Linda's subdued for a minute. I'm gonna go back inside, just get an inventory of things. And then guess what, Natalie? Cheryl's broken out of the fucking cellar.
Oh my gosh. Which honestly, I would be the most scared of because Cheryl has been possessed the longest and taken the least damage.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, good point. Oh my gosh. But he's got a shotgun, which is helpful.
Hmm.
What's
Hmm.
unhelpful is that of course all the shells are in the cellar.
God damn it.
He's like, God fucking damn it. Um, and then you've got uh Jesus, he goes down, and then nah, fuck. The whole cabin has come alive at this point, right? Because you've
Yeah.
got fucking blood coming out of the walls, out of the outlets and shit.
I love
Ugh,
that light bulb in the cellar filling up with blood. The
love
sound
that.
effect that it makes is really fun.
So good. Yeah, you've got fucking projectors randomly turning on, playing old fucking ragtime, fucking, movies and shit. Oh, no, thank you. You got mirrors made of water, Natalie. You've got fucking.
Yeah, that's such a weird random thing to happen, just the mirror and the way he reacts
He was the most freaked out by that.
by the mirror. Yeah, he screams for that mirror. I thought that was
Yeah.
really funny.
And that was just a little, he was just a little wet,
Hmm.
you know?
I think
Uh,
this is where Bruce Campbell like really seems to have the most fun, and I enjoy watching him just reacting to all of these things because he's really not saying much at this point. So I love watching him just react.
oh yeah. And this is like all him here and I appreciate like you cut the music in this
Hmm.
and the sound design. Oh my God, it's so good because it's nothing but like you've got the fucking just clock and his footsteps and the pitter
Hmm.
pattering of fucking Cheryl wherever the fuck Cheryl is, but you just know she's
Oh,
around.
she's around.
Yeah, you've got Scotty who's fucking dead and who knows for how long he's staying,
Hmm.
down there. But and then you just have, this brief moment of silence where it's like,
Deafening.
yeah, yeah, you don't hear a fucking thing, and you're just like, oh my God, it's only a matter of time before bam, and then fucking,
Hmm.
is it Cheryl? Her arms burst through the fucking door trying to grab
Hmm.
at him. And then I love like the angle shot where Scott sits back up and
Hmm.
his face is all fucked up. And I'm like, man, I don't want to deal with fucking Deadite Scotty. That sounds,
I
oh,
like
that
I don't
sounds like a
know
lot.
how their initial human strength works towards their deadite strength, but I would think that Scotty would be a really tough one physically to beat.
Yeah, I'm curious the sexual dimorphism between
Hmm.
Deadites,
Yeah, if that exists with them. There is a lot of really interesting, like all through this third act. I mean, through the whole movie, there's crazy, amazing camera work. And it's not just the camera work of like, that zooming through the woods that they do, but there's these really great shots of Ash from so many different angles, like above the, like, above his head. You can see like, going through the rafters. There's
hmm
one that like starts behind him and like flips over his head and like goes, back in front of his face. Like there's some really cool shit visually in this movie that I really appreciate. And then there's those angles where things are happening, the way that people pop up and stuff like that. I think the camera work in this whole movie really makes it stand out.
Yeah, fuck. I at least he is able to subdue Scotty a little bit.
Hmm.
Always love just putting thumbs right in the eyeballs
Yes.
and just
Yes, I
all
love
the
that.
mush and gush and blood and all of that
Yeah,
coming
and that
out.
blood is so thick that comes out of it. It looks like paint.
Oh yeah. And then he finally like stabs him in the leg and pulls it out. It must have hit whatever that fucking big old vein is in your leg. Because yeah, I'm just like, man, he's just
Oof.
gonna leak out,
Yeah.
Scotty. Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
all flooding out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Um, Ash also sees the Book of the Dead sitting there, well, over by the fireplace, and he's like, well, I don't blame him for being like, well, let's try this. Like maybe we just fucking destroy this book.
Well, no, there's signs because the book is already starting to light on fire in the corner of it, and he notices that Scotty is starting to get steamy because the book
Right.
is burning. So he sees that and is like, "Oh, I'm gonna put two and two together. If I burn this book, maybe it will kill them."
Right. And then he tries, but man, it's also just getting his ass beat by
Oh my
fucking
gosh.
Demon Cheryl and Demon Scotty at this point.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe Linda doesn't come back, I guess.
No, I think the beheading was it for her.
Yeah. I still would have been like, I'll just cut the rest off just to be safe.
Yeah.
But as you never know. Um, and hey, to boot, he gets a little help with Linda's necklace. I think he's just like, I'm gonna take this back. And
And it worked.
in case I need a new girlfriend, which I mean he's gonna need one.
Yeah, so
Yeah. And just
just
don't
transfer that right over to her.
yeah, don't bring up what happened to the last person who had it.
Yeah, no backstory.
So he's able to use it kind of like almost like as a little lasso to pull the book closer and then throws it in the
Hmm.
fire and again just with these special effects
So
they look
fun.
so fun. They're so good.
Hmm.
Just the stop motion just claymation just like
That like
also
weird foamy, chunky blood stuff that's coming out of them.
and this was the same year as Raiders of the Lost Ark because it reminds me of that.
Mm-hmm.
When the fucking the skull melting and this and this and this,
Mm-hmm. The thing that like
maybe
traumatized a bunch of kids.
oh yeah, and just yeah, I think between those movies, like 81's a good year.
Yeah.
Just love all of just like the skull melting. I love the like fucking like creamed corn or whatever the fuck that was
Oh
that's just
God, that
oozing out of him.
milky weird stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot mentioning like yeah, the moments where like yeah, Cheryl's like spurting milk and shit out of her
Oh,
mouth, and
ugh.
you know that's rotted ass fucking
I hate
curdled.
it so much. Ugh.
Uh,
I'd rather it
but
be blood.
just beautiful, practical, good old fashioned body
So good.
bursting. It's so
Hmm.
good. Then you got all the giant old demon hands that are bursting out of both of them.
I love it.
Ash is just soaked in blood. Be like, what the fuck?
Had such a good effect. Those
Yeah.
hands bursting out of them.
I would just be so it'd just be so ridiculous watching all of this. I just don't know if I would. I feel like it'd be better than like, watching your friend just die sadly and slowly. I'm like, I don't know. This is so
I would just be
completely,
in such disbelief of what's happening in front of me. Just like, what the fuck?
yeah, just no fucking
All
thank you.
because this we got a good offer on this cabin?
Yeah, how much did we really save on this cabin? Oh
Nothing.
my God, no thank you. Um, but fuck. Ash did it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
All right, destroy the book and we're good to go. All right, you got no more giggling. That's good. You got the clocks are back to ticking, birds are back
Mm-hmm.
to tweeting.
Mm-hmm.
You got the orchestral score coming in again. You're
Yeah.
like, all right, no more, no more diminished fifths, or no more spooky chords. Okay. Let's just nice little peaceful orchestra. And hey, it's daylight.
Yeah. I do like the escalation of Ash's appearance too, as he's getting like blood and all this shit
Yeah.
thrown at him. I think that's one of my like markers for how attractive an actor is. Like as they put them through more and more mess happening to them, like do they get hotter? And Bruce Campbell gets hotter as he gets messier. So yeah, he, he Ash gets 5 boos.
There you go.
Just him alone.
Um, but yeah, maybe 2 seconds after he's like, fuck, I think I did it.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty
Just
good. Well,
just
not good,
kidding.
but
The woods burst right back at him, you know, from the cabin and then come towards him and then
hmm those
cuts to
shots are
black.
so fun.
They're always so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like just like fucking like dolly like shots like of I don't know what
Hmm.
you know, don't want to know exactly what they call it, but what they develop to use to like do those like
Hmm.
following shots. It's so good.
Hmm.
But fuck, that's it. The Evil
It's like a
Dead.
real quick movie.
Yeah, it's like hour 20, hour 25.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty fast.
Anything I forgot?
I don't think so.
No.
I think you got it all.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah. It's a
So,
simple plot,
yeah.
but a fun one.
Speaking of fun, Natalie, what are the taglines for this movie?
What a fun transition. All right. This movie has 4 taglines.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
The ultimate experience in grueling terror.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's a good one.
And you know what? Yeah, I say so.
Yeah.
It's pretty grueling.
This one's a question. We don't get many questions. Can they be stopped?
Mm,
That's
not
not likely.
easily.
Not easily.
Yeah.
Scream as your nightmares come true. Feels
Um,
feels kind of like Scream and A Nightmare on Elm Street.
yeah. No, thank you.
And then I like this one, but I don't know that it actually makes sense. I just think it's funny. They got up on the wrong side of the grave. So dumb. But like they're not dead and being resurrected.
you imagine just being a deadite and someone like, yeah, I get angry enough if I'm like not in a good mood and someone's like, oh, someone got up on the wrong side of the bed today. And I'm like, really gonna ask that shit to a deadite? It's terrible.
On the wrong side of the grave.
Yeah.
That's it. That's your
Huh.
tagline.
There you go. Not really impressed with those.
Yeah, I will be curious to see what future taglines hold for us.
Yeah. So before we get into our boost scores, Natalie, I'm gonna let you go first in our Deadite draft.
Oh, yay.
Who is your favorite Deadite in this movie and why?
My favorite Deadite is Cheryl,
Yeah,
which I
classic.
hope you're not surprised by. What I like about Deadite Cheryl is she's not as over the top with like the like giggling, like you get from Linda. Linda's got like a whole possessed doll thing going on. But Cheryl is just having, she's holding up that fucking cellar door the whole time so that she can watch what's going on. And I love that for her.
It's
Like
that arm
she's so
strength.
invested. Yeah, she's just so invested. And then she's like hyping up the other Deadites and playing tricks, saying sassy little comments. I absolutely love Deadite Cheryl. I think she's such a good time.
And now that I'm on the clock,
Yeah, who's your pick?
I'm
Would
gonna
you have picked
go.
Cheryl?
Like I think it's a tie between Cheryl and Linda. So I feel
Okay.
perfectly happy taking Linda
Okay.
in this because you got the most with Linda before turning into a Deadite,
That is true.
and she gets the ickiest flesh wound for me.
Oh, yeah, she does.
And I just think she is just so funny. She looks like I mean, Cheryl's having a fun time being a Deadite, but Linda's really hamming it up here. Like,
It's true.
love, love the giggling, love the, you know, all the makeup on her afterwards. Like, not like the Deadite makeup, but like the like doll makeup almost,
I
right?
think she gets the most fun makeup transition, like from being normal Linda to
Hmm.
Deadite Linda. Like she goes through so many different stages, which is fun.
And then just all the laughing and the cackling as like she's taking like fucking multiple like hits to the head, um and just bouncing around like a fucking crazy person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah, I gotta go with Linda. I mean, if I rank them, right, it would be yeah, that 1A, 1B, Cheryl, Linda, and then
Hmm.
Shelley, and then just yeah, just not a lot
Not
Scotty gets
just
to do.
grunting. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel pretty confident in that.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Boo scores. Would you like me to go first?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm on board.
Um, this movie is an absolute classic. I mean, there's, not really much to say that hasn't been said a million times already.
Hmm.
This movie very rightfully is in most anybody's like top 10 greatest horror movies in history. It's just so, especially with just how low budget. And like I mean, horror movies were, often low budget, but this was fucking like dirt cheap low budget.
Hmm.
And it man must have but all went to, getting a camera and these makeup effects
Yeah.
and special effects because it it still looks so good. Like not like
Hmm.
I mean like maybe not like realistic necessarily, but like I mean, but
Yeah.
you're so out of reality at this point that like what
Yeah.
does it even look like?
Yeah.
What
What
does
would it
real
look
even look
like?
like at this point?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. You don't have anything to base what these weird entities or creatures would look like possessing a human. So you get to just believe whatever they show you.
And I think Ash is a fun and serviceable audience surrogate. I think, you know, man, I really feel like this movie, and I really think this movie is nearly perfect. Um, and yeah, to start a series with a movie that's that fucking good is like, man, it's certainly like a statement movie, and it's so much fun to watch the DNA of this movie in every other Sam Raimi movie that's come out
Hmm.
since. Especially like, his Spider-Man movies and Drag Me to Hell and Send Help
Hmm.
recently. Like he still has those like same flares he had when he was like
Hmm.
20 something. And
For sure.
it's and yeah, it's just he is, I don't know, it just has such like a style that is so fun and so unique that it's his own. It's like how I don't know why I can't come, with a necessarily a better metaphor, but like I don't know, like bringing up guitar again, it's like, gosh, you hear certain guitar players and you just know who that fucking guitar player is, you know? And it's like you hear West Borland and you know this shit's West Borland. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I don't mean West Borland to catch any strays. I feel like the world
Yeah.
softened on Limp Bizkit. But like I'm thinking like, you hear fucking like Tom Morello and you know it's Tom Morello, or like you hear like Carlos Santana and you know it's Carlos Santana, you know. I say but I assume you all probably know to some extent. Um and I just feel that way about him, like just like what a style. Like and it to nail it like so well out the gate like this, and to know that it he grows in his craft even from here on out, like without
Hmm.
spoiling anything from any other movies. Um I will hold firm saying that rape scene's just wholly fucking unnecessary, and I think that like I don't want to be a wet blanket about it, but I think that I'm like, you could take that part out, and
Hmm.
the movie would be just as effective,
Oh, for sure.
and fucked up.
Hmm.
I am going to give this movie 4.5 boos.
Ooh.
How about you?
All right.
And Bruce
I
Campbell, just fucking Bruce Campbell. I'll just
I
say it again.
know, but I think we're just gonna talk about how much we love him so much for the next, three movies, or two movies. But yeah, I agree. This movie is so, so fun. I think it has just really great pacing, which a lot of movies I feel like from this time didn't really excel in. So I wanted to give that a shout out too, because I think it's paced really well. I don't feel bored at any moment. The story is, the plot is just all there. There's no filler, and I love that. Um, I don't know that we gave enough. Well, we did, but I think the acting is so great in this movie. Like the Deadites, especially the females, are so funny and silly and
Yeah,
still terrifying at the same time because they're having so much fun, but their version of fun is not your version of fun. So that's what makes them so terrifying, and their exaggerated features, even like their hair looks like frosted and white. Their skin starts to look like it's like they're wearing a mask of their own face, and
love
that
it.
exaggerated makeup, all of it is really fun. And the white eyes, I think that all of that it just looks so good. And like you said, it doesn't need to look real to look good. The practical effects are just popping in this. The sound design is so, so good. I watched the first half of this on my TV, and then I watched the second half on my iPad. And sometimes I actually prefer watching a movie on my iPad or on my laptop, because then I get to use headphones, and that really enhances a movie like this for sound. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Like you said, the music is so fun. It's so, so good. It hits right at the right times in the right way. Very well thought out. And the camera work. The
Yeah.
camera work is so good. Like, you could have made this exact movie without those things and it wouldn't be the movie that it is. Like I think that's where, you're praising Sam Raimi and his creativity. I think all of those things go into it. The choice of team that he chooses, like the caliber that he looks for and the vision that he has, like it really comes through. And this movie is such a weird premise, and I can imagine him like writing this and showing it to someone and then being like, "What the fuck?" And he'd be like, no, 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 like it's gonna be real good.
Yeah.
And it works. Um, and then also like this was I think I actually did watch Evil Dead 2 before I watched this one. I don't think I watched them in order as a kid, but there was always something about Bruce Campbell that I just absolutely adored. Like, I love his face. I love the way he speaks. I love the way he moves, even when he's like fumbling and getting like tripped up by like bookcases. There's just something about him. He's so charming and he just gets more charming. And even in real life, like watching him talk in interviews and the love that he has for this franchise and this movie too is so it's just so adorable and likable. So that makes me love this movie a lot too. Not as hot on it as you are at a 4.5. I'm gonna give it 4 boos
Okay.
because I want room for growth for maybe future movies, but I would give this a solid 4. I would recommend this to really anyone, like
Yeah.
people who are like, I want to watch more horror movies. What movie should I watch? I'll always throw Evil Dead in the mix, especially if
You
they're the type
gotta.
of people that like to laugh at horror. I think this is a really good balance of creepiness and fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would give it a solid 4.
Love that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were gonna go 4 or 5.
Oh, you thought I was gonna go higher. I know, because I'm
Yeah.
always quick. I give out 5 boos a lot quicker than you do, but I'm gonna give it a 4. And I honestly can't say that much that is bad about this movie. I think it's just that I want to make it clear that there are others maybe that surpass.
That's all I got, Natalie. Let's close the book on this one.
Oh my gosh, shouldn't have opened it.
Shouldn't have opened it to begin with. Oh my God. Um, yeah, really excited to keep talking about this series. I think this will at least take us through the end of the year.
Yeah, it should.
Yeah. And then we'll circle back well, I mean, we'll probably towards the end of the year, probably get around to what, Evil Dead Burn? Is that the one that comes out this month?
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
exciting. There's a new one coming out.
Yeah. Um,
Relevance.
yeah, just love more violence. Keep it going, keep it turning, keep it gooey.
Yeah, yeah, keep it weird.
Yeah. And just stay out of cabins. Stay out of cabins, don't read books, don't speak in Latin, don't play any tapes, don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't play old tapes that you just find randomly. Give them
Yeah.
to some weird fucking historian that wants to solve the mysteries of whatever. Don't take it on yourself.
And then like also like I don't know, I just would be mm, even if you're related to somebody on the trip, just going on a vacation or going on a trip as the fifth wheel,
Yeah.
you are just primed to be targeted first.
100%. You're keeping everybody from fucking too. So that's also not fun.
Yeah. Well, she gets her own room. Maybe they put her in the back of the cabin or something. So I don't know. But yeah, so and maybe that's why Scotty was like, yeah, Ash, dude, take her, yeah, get her out of here.
Yeah. Let's This is
Yeah.
party really started. Get your fucking sister out of here.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Take care. 3, 2, 1.
Ghost.
Thanks for listening to our episode on The Evil Dead. If you enjoyed this episode, you could subscribe to our podcast and leave a 5-boo review on whichever platform you choose to listen. You can find us on Instagram at 321GhostPod and give us a follow. We would love to hear your ranking of the Evil Dead franchise. Follow us on Letterboxd at 321GhostPod to see our boo scores on all of the movies we've covered so far. Next week, we're discussing a cult classic with 1985's Clue. Thanks again for listening. And remember, if a book is made out of human skin, don't read Latin in front of it, or open it, or touch it because it's made out of dead people's skin. I shouldn't have to say more than that. 3, 2, 1, Ghost.